Hi, y'all. It's old Lip Luck No More. Um, this video is being made because I have become very frustrated this morning listening to conversation on YouTube. The majority of my subscribers probably will not even be interested in this, but I'm frustrated. And I have cabin fever, and I'm going stir crazy. I'm going to talk about this, and as usual, it's going to be pretty loose until I start reading a few things. Why do I care about the Witness Protection Program? Okay, how can I say this concisely? There is a person who for some time now, like maybe a year or more at least, that goes by the username Dark Horse. And it's my understanding, although I do not have receipts, it's my understanding this person also has like 9 alt accounts. This is the person who admitted to calling Child Protective Services on Brittany Jackson of Allegedly with Brittany J. This person has gone from panel to panel and also in live chats, talking about, among a number of other things, that they are in the Witness Protection Program. So that's one reason I'm making this weird video. Another reason, a more major reason actually, is I do not understand if you're on YouTube and you're running live, and I don't mean, I'm not coming after anybody, I'm not here to, I don't want to ruffle any feathers. But if you're running live on YouTube and a topic comes up that you don't have an understanding of, I strongly recommend that we do not do things such as, well, I heard, or somebody told me, or I know someone. No, what I strongly recommend one do is look it up. Look it up right then and there. While you're running live, just go over and pull up the tab. And not only learn for oneself, but help your audience understand what the fuck is being discussed. And also why it would be extremely unlikely that a user on YouTube would go up on panels and into live chats and say that they are in the Witness Protection Program. So very briefly, so that I can get my frustration out rather than putting it in a live chat, and so that I can just relieve my angst over this particular situation with this Dark Horse person who claims to be in fucking either federal or state witness protection. And all of the hullabaloo and discussion by other creators that's taking place because of it. And I'll leave links in the description to what I'm about to read to you. On usmarshals.gov, it says, And this is just this much, okay? The U.S. Marshals Service provides for the security, health, and safety of government witnesses and their immediate dependents whose lives are in danger, as a result of their testimony against drug traffickers, terrorists, organized crime members, and other major criminals. The Witness Security Program was authorized by the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970 and amended by the Comprehensive Crime Control Act of 1984. The U.S. Marshals Service has protected, relocated, and given new identities to more than 19,250 witnesses and their family members since the program began in 1971. Okay, so that's a very brief, what is the Federal Witness Protection Program? Now, this person may claim to be in a state witness protection program. Yes, there are a handful of states in the United States that provide a witness protection program for those who don't quite qualify to be in the federal program. However, we're talking about the federal program. So if I click over here to what happens when you go into witness protection, and this is from legalclarity.org. Once again, a link will be provided. It provides a complete life reset for witnesses, detailing the structured transition into a new supported identity and its requirements. So let me scroll here. Okay, that tells us what we already know. To be eligible for the program, the government must determine that a witness is likely to face a crime of violence or a serious obstruction of justice because of their involvement in an official proceeding. This typically involves cases related to organized criminal activity or other serious offenses. Within the Department of Justice, the Criminal Division's Office of Enforcement Operations is responsible for overseeing the admission process and program oversight. And it goes through, a lot, if you want to look it up. But scrolling down here, it says the Memorandum of Understanding details several strict requirements for the witness. These include an agreement to testify in the relevant legal proceedings, a commitment not to commit any future crimes, and an obligation to follow security procedures to avoid detection. The document also explains the procedures that will be followed. I beg your pardon. Let me begin that sentence again. The document also explains the procedures that will be followed if the agreement is breached or if the witness has a grievance with the program. Joining the Witness Security Program requires a complete break from a participant's previous life. This involves strict rules regarding any future contact with family members or friends who are not part of the program. To help protect the person, the government may provide suitable documents that allow them to establish a new identity. Now, Dark Horse claims to have established a new identity. To be in witness protection, yet has revealed names like Rachel, maintaining security is the primary focus of the program. Maintaining security is the primary focus. Does anybody out there really believe that someone who is truly in a witness protection program is going channel to channel in a certain sector of YouTube and talking about calling the cops and CPS in Scotland County, North Carolina, against a creator on YouTube, and then going on panels and talking about being in the witness protection? What fucking sense does that make? And why can't others just look up what? Oh my gosh. See? Okay. Maintaining security is the primary focus of the program. Because the transition is so total, participants must adhere to all guidelines provided by the U.S. Marshal Service to ensure they remain undetected. This often means relocating to a new area and starting over without any ties to their former associates or background. People, participation in the program can be terminated by the government if a person fails to follow the rules. Dark Horse. If you happen to see this, which I doubt that you will, but if you do, fuck you and your witness protection program. Either you need to be removed from it if you are in it, in my opinion, as a tax-paying citizen of the United States that would be one of the people paying for you to be in it, considering that the services provided to you would be financial aid to cover basic living expenses and subsistence payments, assistance with finding housing in a new location, help in obtaining employment to become self-sustaining, and coverage for necessary medical care. Providing these services requires a significant financial investment from the government, and the average annual cost for supporting an individual witness is roughly $45,000. For a family of 4, it's roughly $112,000. I have never heard Dark Horse claim to have other family members involved. So, if you're in the witness protection program, you need to shut your fucking mouth and get off of YouTube, because as a tax-paying citizen of the United States, I don't like $45,000 annually on average being spent on you, while you go on a worldwide public social media platform telling people that you're in the witness protection program. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're either a fucking liar or your ass needs to be taken out of witness protection, because I'm tired of paying your fucking bills, bitch.